Welcome back, friends. So in this video of kernel objects, I will discuss about the mutex kernel objects further. In the previous video, I have discussed a bit about the mutex kernel object. So in today's video, we are going to move ahead from there. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss about the recursion counter and the ownership of the mutex. In the previous video, I just showed one application creation where you can launch only one instance of the application using mutex. So if you want to understand this video, whatever I'm telling in this video, you first need to visit my previous video and just go through that, right? Then only you will be able to understand this video. So let me just quickly recap a few things. Like in the previous video, we just created one application whose only one instance will be running, and it was like wait timeout. So if the wait was timing out, then in that case the wait it was failing and it was just doing the thing. So I just need to remove this and return it from here. Wait fail, just print the message. So this was something in the previous code. Wait time other instance already running. This was there already running, and we were just returning it from here. Return exit failure. Right. So let me just quickly recap that application. So it was like this. Application is already running. If I run the other application, then it will show you that other instance already running. Right. So let me just do some changes. So today we are going to discuss about the recursion counter and the ownership of the mutex. So first I will discuss about the ownership of the mutex and how we can make the thread as the owner of the mutex. So this is the mutex and this is the main thread. I want to make this thread as the owner of this mutex. So what I need to do in the second argument, I need to pass true. I have passed true in the second argument, and now what will happen? This will become the owner of this thread, right? Here I need to do one more owner of this mutex. Here I need to do one more change. Rather than 0, I need to place it infinite, and then let's see what happens. So I'm infinitely waiting on it. If other instance of the application is running, then that will wait here. So let's see what happens this time. If I made this true, then what happens? Okay, so here I will do like array example.exe, and here I will again run the same, and here I do this, and then if I do this, then it shows that wait failed, right? But in the previous video, if I made this false, then what was the difference? In case of false, it was not showing you this behavior. Okay, if I make it false, then in that case app is running and press any key to get closed. Here it is waiting. If I close this, then it will again run in the normal course of action. It will show you app is running and press any key to get this closed, right? So this was working fine in that case. In the previous video, if you see that video, then in that case you will be able to see that it was running fine. But what happened after I provided it as true? When I provided it as true, then in that case what happens, that this thread, this particular application instances thread, this became the owner of this mutex. And what is the meaning of becoming the owner of the mutex? Becoming the owner of the mutex means that as soon as this thread will be done, as soon as this thread will come to an end, and in that situation the kernel memory, the kernel process itself will release this mutex kernel object, will destroy this kernel object. And since it will destroy this kernel object, then in that case the other instances which are waiting, the other threads which are waiting on this mutex kernel object, they will not be able to acquire it, and they will get a status wait abandoned. So here if I copy it and paste it, then you will be able to see that wait was abandoned on mutex, right? So you need to remember this, that if any of the thread is the mutex, is the owner of the mutex, and then in that case, if that thread comes to an end, and in that case the other threads which are waiting on this mutex kernel object, they will get a status as wait abandoned. So you must need to keep this thing in mind when you will do your coding, when you are working on your code. right? When you will be writing your professional applications in your office or for your own, then in that case you need to remember this fact. You need to remember this concept related to the mutex. This is called the ownership concept of the mutex, and this is very much important. Most of the people do mistakes around these things. Sometimes the issues comes around this and they become severity one issues, because there is no way around for these issues to fix without fixing into the code, right? So that becomes a severity one issue, right? So let's see now what will happen. I just want to show you that it will return wait abandoned, right? So let me see if any other instance is running. No instance is running. So let me just build it, and after building it I will just show you that it will return you wait abandoned on the mutex. So let me run the first instance. Let me just clear the screen first. It has become too much informative. So here it is waiting. The second one is waiting. So now first one I'm just pressing any key, and there in the second one it shows you that wait abandoned on mutex. Why? Because the other one, the first one which started running, the first thread which which gets the chance to create this mutex, that that thread became the owner of this mutex, and that is why when it closed the handle, or when it releases the mutex, or when it came to an end, in that case this mutex kernel object was destroyed from the kernel memory, and that is why the other thread got this wait abandoned message. This is a very important concept. Most of the people don't know, most of the students don't know that when this comes, what is the significance of this wait abandoned. This is significant in the case of ownership of the kernel object. Wherever there will be ownership of the kernel object, in that case you will be able to get this wait abandoned, right? So you might have understood about the ownership of the mutex. If you have not understood, then you can just put the comment in the comment section. Ownership of the mutex means the thread which is the owner of the thread once, if that comes to end, then the mutex kernel object will be destroyed by the kernel. Please remember that we cannot destroy any kernel object. There is no such API exposed by the Windows which can help you to destroy any kernel object. This is totally dependent on the kernel process, that when the kernel object needs to be destroyed. Okay. So the rule is that once all the threads which are which are working on this mutex kernel object, which are waiting on the kernel objects, once all of them are done, then only the kernel object will be destroyed. But in case of mutex, there is a special case that if the owner of the mutex, if the owner of the mutex is done, then in that case, the other threads waiting on the mutex, they will not be succeeded. They will get the error wait abandoned, which I just showed you here, right? So just remember this concept, and let me quickly go through this recursion counter concept. Recursion counter shows you that how many times a thread has acquired the mutex kernel object, right? What does this mean? Suppose if I have called wait for kernel object it for the first time, and I just call it twice, or you can say thrice. I have called it 3 times, right? So the recursion counter has become 2 here, because here, since I acquired it, so it was available. So here recursion counter was 0. So here recursion counter will become 1, and here it will become 2, right? So in this case, what will happen? We can just do one thing. We can just see it, that what will happen. Uh, we just need to make it false here, then we will be able to see the actual execution, because true means it will not work. So let me just build it again, and let's see if we are able to see the previous output. So F is running, and press any key to close this. Here it is waiting, right? Infinitely it will be waiting. So here I just press the key, but still Now it is showing you that app is running, and press any key to get this closed, right? So this is, here it is working. So when you just do this, create mutex, wait for single object, and you do this wait for single object for the 3 times. If you do it 4 times, 5 times, then what happens? Okay, so here if you have done this 4 times, like 1, 2, 3, 4 times, then it means that the recursion counter has set to 4. So this is internally maintained by the kernel for the mutex kernel object, the recursion counter. So I just wanted to show you that if you have called this function for the 4 times, then in that case, this will be the recursion counter will be set to 4 for the mutex kernel object, right? So no need to just call this unnecessarily. I just wanted to show you that what happens in that case if you call it 4 times. Okay, so I will just close it today for today, and then in the next video we will see that how we can move ahead with some other applications of the mutexes. So in the next video I will just show you some other inter-thread communication stuff. So till then, have a nice day and bye bye.